Today, the state justices heard arguments on the constitutionality of open primary elections. The ruling could lead to dramatic changes in state elections. Fox 23's Devin Lyon joins us live in the newsroom, breaking down today's arguments.
Shay, Nathan, like you guys just said, here's the background. State question 836 would allow you to decide if you want every candidate listed under the same ballot for you to vote on, regardless of party affiliation or endorsement. There was a petition to start this, referenced as IP 448. But in April, the Oklahoma Republican Party filed a lawsuit that prevented that petition from moving forward.
And our central argument is this. IP 448 forces political parties to associate with candidates they don't support, while the party's name is being used to declare something to the voter the party does not wish declared.
Tuesday morning, attorneys gave their arguments to the state Supreme Court debating if open primaries for state elections are constitutional.
Washington State Grange addressed the same issue. Here's how they addressed it. In the absence of evidence, we cannot assume that Washington voters will be misled. The same should be true in this court. In the absence of evidence, this court should not find Oklahoma voters will be misled. This court should not make a constitutional ruling and take IP 448 away from the voters in the absence of any evidence.
State question 836 would create open primaries in the state of Oklahoma. That means voters would receive one ballot with every candidate on it, regardless of political affiliation. Currently, Oklahomans receive the ballot of the party they are registered with. Independents vote on the Democrat ballot. The Republican Party wants to keep it that way. In April, the Republican Party filed a lawsuit against the petition, referenced as IP 448, that would put the state question before voters. The Republican Party believes with open primaries, they say voters would not know the difference between a Republican candidate and the one endorsed by the party. They claim it violates the party's rights to choose its own candidates who align with its values. They referenced a possible Trojan horse candidate who would enter a race as one party to receive opposing votes and then change parties at the last minute.
To conclude, IP 448 unconstitutionally burdens petitioners' First Amendment associational rights. It lacks a compelling justification. It's not narrowly tailored. It's not the least restrictive means, and we respectfully ask this court to strike it from the ballot.
Those behind the petition claim there's no proof of that, saying Oklahomans should vote for candidates, not nominees.
The voters are not selecting nominees for a political party. The voters are selecting candidates to advance to the general election. And that is the distinction. Washington State Grange said that distinction is constitutionally crucial.
Now, if the state Supreme Court ruled in favor of those behind the state question, remember it's still in the petition phase, so then they would have to gather enough signatures for it to go to the governor, who would then pick a date for everybody to vote on that state question. Now, obviously, because this is a very lengthy process, it's unlikely any changes could come to your ballot for the 2026 state elections. Live in the newsroom, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
There was a Senate bill that passed into law this year that would have nullified the state question, but those behind the question sued. That bill is now also tied up in court before it can take effect. We have a Fox 23 web exclusive on the fight around that bill on fox23.com.